This is where they killed 60 Jewish people. They walked them from Yadel, 1.5 kilometers, and they walked them here and they shot them. And they shot him on September 21st, 1942. You could see. So this is the Matzeva for Zayda Michel. He's buried in these fields in the mud, shot dead by the Nazis. Sehr schön.
Michi, one minute. Can you take one with me and Manis?
Sure.
Ich will eine Fotografie mit euch.
Good. So this is the place where Baruch is staying. It's an interesting house with garages, a dog, a toilet that's outside, and this guy that owns this house, he was the head of the Shin company, so he's from the upper echelons. Just want you to take a look at this tub that they have outside. It's interesting. I don't know if it's a wash sink. Oh, maybe it's just for laundry, probably. I don't know if anybody actually takes a bath in here. And this is the house, the car that belongs to Manas.
The storks can be white, the storks can be black. The white ones we have plenty, but black ones don't like that, so you won't see too many of these.
It's the beautiful square, though.
It is indeed, and it's 3 times as big as Red Square in Moscow.
Really?
The last reconstruction of the square was in the early 2000s, so it looks modern, nice. It is in some aspects, but they say that the last governor spoiled it a great deal with skyscrapers, business centers, and everything. No, I haven't been there since 2000, I can tell. In the late 19th century, there weren't many Catholics in the city of Minsk, perhaps a few thousand. Before the First World War, there were 100,000 people residing in Minsk, and the minority were Catholics. So they applied to the governor, asking them him, which is not the feeling you'll get in the modern St. Petersburg. Alas.
I heard that St. Petersburg is but I've never been there, so I don't.
Depends on the source, I guess.
How many lanes do they have? About 8 or 10?
4 on each side.
Those establishments to our left and right are still in the 1950s. Of course, they pull a modern facade and try hard to look modern, but in many aspects they're still very nice Soviet establishments. Industrialized nation rather than an agricultural nation. So the factory district is now the district of Minsk. The city has reached those plants and now it's a part of the city. You were asking?
I say they've spent a fortune.
Yes, indeed. It used to be a nice little area for living, a green area 5 years ago, but now they do a lot of in-building. You can see those high-rises in the distance, the tips of them, so they built a dozen of them in my neighborhood. That means that the existing infrastructure that is overloaded already across Belarus, mostly in the bushes and small forests.
But I mean, is it really the real grave?
Yeah, real Matzevas, yeah.
Real as you can get it, no need for replicas. Bordering on the Jewish cemetery. The cemetery was completely bulldozed away to give way to these lovely, although a little bit monstrous buildings, the typical Soviet high-rise. Well, it's high-rises for us, because if I may quote one of the people who was living in a dugout when the war was over, he recalled his impressions after moving into a 2-floor building. So his head was going round and do a portion from the balcony because it was too high for me. Let's go.
Jelle.
Jelle. Jelle.
Is de tag van de Yahrzeit?
Werkjesseizoen. En dat is leven.
Is dat ze gewen 25 van August in 1941, 41 gewen is de edge, de Yahrzeit. En daar staat,
Gordon Michel.
dat is Gordon
Ja, Michel.
en dat is Michel.
Ja, was mit sie gebracht zu Quore später.
Sie haben gebracht sich vor später, aber das ist der Tag, was sie haben geschossen.
Ja.
Und sie haben geschossen in dem Wald.
Ото in die Blotte, her, dat is die Blotte.
Ja. Geschossen dort.
Die ganze Woche haben sie da gelegen, nicht gelassen zu nehmen. Danach haben sie gelassen, hat niemand gefühlt, sie dort nach dem Bezählen haben.
In Miadl.
Und Mädel hat nie ein bisschen Bezählen.
Und wir sind sie jetzt dort?
Dort liegen sie.
Ah, sie liegen dort?
Alle Menschen sind dort nie gefühlt.
In dem Rostock, das ist gemacht. Ich bin gewähnt, sie gemacht zu Quore.
Ich bin nie gewinnt
Du
dort.
bist nicht, bei dir bin ich gewähnt.
So I'm going to say Kel Molly over here also. This is the grave. This is my great-grandfather's Matseva. His name was Menachem Mendel. And this is great-grandmother. Her name was Chaya Rachel Gordon. And this is the cemetery where they're buried. And this is where people live over here. It's raining today, as you can hear and see. And this is the backyard of someone's house. Nice tin roof or whatever you want to call it. And that's how people live over here. And this is the matzevas of all the people who died in Miadl. And this is a grave that Friedman from Italy built for his parents. And this is the matzeva of my grandfather.
Chaim,
Ayelet Chaim is
broeder.
the brother, the mama's brother. And Gershon is the Ayertate. And Chana Braina, Makiva. So that's the matzeva. So wo is Take de Seide und der Baba sein in Bagram? Wo? Auf dem Weg? Wo sind sie begraben? Da?
Zee in Wald.
Oh, sie sind in begraben in Wald?
Alle in Wald.
Michel Eicher in Wald?
Michel nee. Michel dort in die Dorten.
Ah.
Die 21 Menschen.
Oh, liegt dort in. Liegt dort in, with the 21 Menschen seine gewesen. So after 21 people, including my grandfather, were murdered outside of the city, they brought him back here to this place and they buried him right here. And here is again the matzeva of the 21 people that were murdered. Yeah,
Was the outer house.
that's where you used to have the outer house.
Yes.
And this is where you lived, so you had a beautiful house.
I didn't have a beautiful house, but I had a beautiful view.
Yeah, you had a beautiful view. It cost a lot of money to build the house here now.
Is er daar gewoon een amfitheater?
Yeah, man macht da spielen.
Ein bisschen weiter, und man geht auf links, ich gewinne die jüdische Bord.
Hier, donkere tijger.
Ja. Sind die Schweifen?
And right down there,
Ja.
Zij staat nog der Stube, dort gewinnt die Boot.
die jüdische Bad. Und der Tate hat gearbeitet gleich dort, wo wir können zugehen. Ja? Wir können
Die
zugehen.
Stube nicht geblieben.
Okay, aber ich will sehen, wo, you know.
Will ich wel machen.
Das ist keine Sache in Sinn.
Wir können nicht gehen mit der Car, huh?
Nee,
Doch,
shul is given up from links. So this is where she lived. And this is where the shul was, over here down this block, right?
Nee.
Maybe further. Maybe where the car is, that's where the shul was.
Ik denk niet gezien because it's not the same anymore. So watch out, so what? I can't exactly remember. Is it over we can kaufen?
Ja,
Ja?
zu essen.
Oh, zu essen? Nee.
Das liegt von zu essen.
Ah, nee.
Produkten.
Ah. Das ist gewesen, du, die Schule gewesen. Aber die Schule ist nicht geblieben.
Die Schule.
Kennst du das?
So, die Partisanen gewesen
Von dem Seite.
von dem Seite gekommen. Aha. In welchem Jahr ist das gewesen?
42.
Oh, in 42. Ah.
1. November 42. Jahr. Und auf Weihnachten 1. November. Auf 2.
This is where
That's where my father's
my grandfather's business used to be, right
and
over here.
first was Monis's business.
Right.
Центре.
But this is all new now.
А что ты хочешь?
And then wir seinen gehabt.
Right.
Да.
And then there was Tevius, and then there was a beer place, and there was other people's businesses right over here.
Uh-huh.
And
And this is where the rabbi used to live, down this block.
no, after this house.
Right. I thought you speak Russian, Ma.
Huh?
I thought you speak
I
Russian.
don't speak.
So this is we're on the highway to Belhinov now. It's Wednesday morning. And this is how the highways looked. It's not so bad. This is ganz gut, the Weg. Ein guter Weg, also wie in Amerika, nicht schlecht. In Amerika ist nicht besser, der Weg.
Because you're not used.
This is Mana's driving.
That's why I boiled water and then I washed it.
And this is Baruch.
The water.
He had a great time last night. Caught some lobster.
Yes.
You know how much they sell lobster for in the United States? Like, I think, like $20 a pound.
We shouldn't have released it. We let it back into the water.
So this is the road. It's not bad, like I said.
And
here you can see on the side farms where they're growing things.
7 puzzle, and the home yard is on it. And we found out. I'll show you when you come back. Where my
Yeah,
house
this is it. It's not as primitive as you would think it is.
50 cents.
Can't imagine how much. What's 50 cents?
The puzzle.
It's not 50 cents.
How
It's
much?
$5, $6.
What?
It's 54,000, not 5,400.
Okay, so that's
So how much was it?
Noch einmal?
Княгинин.
Naginin.
Княгинин. Und der Stanze, der Baum geht.
Aha. Und eben sein Gewänder.
Da gewinnen etliche.
Ist Gewänder schon? Nein, nicht Gewänder schon.
Nee.
Zu wenig. Ist die jeden. Okay, so now we're pulling up to Krivitz. In der Krivitz hat gelebt. Wer hat gelebt in Krivitz?
Chai, dein Mama hat gelebt in Krivitz. Noch der Milchome, noch der Milchome.
Ma, du hast gelebt da in Krivitz nach der Milchama?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go out to see where you live.
Wo ist Monis? Du weißt, wo sein?
Wir sind zuvor hin.
Das ist Krivitz. Und das ist, wie lange gehen wir? Eine halbe Stunde schenken. Wir gehen auf den Karren. Wie lange sind wir in der Karre von Miadl? Eine halbe Stunde, ja?
I don't know how this should.
Das ist was, 30 Kilometer von
That's
Miadl.
how I remember Krokut.
40.
I got it.
40 Kilometer.
It's 20 years or since I've been here.
So here's Krivitsk, where we are.
Well, what is Gaskin? Father was a rock here.
Put down the Rachel's grandfather, or was the
Very
road?
well-to-do people because they had a magazine from Skreire. They used to sell material, fabric, right. And I went 1 year here to school.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
'cause
after
I
the
went
war?
After the war.
You lived here a year after the war?
About a year, a half a year. I have to ask Kroffel. I don't remember dates, I told
But I'm saying you lived here like a half a year after the war?
Yes.
Ah, and so then why did you go to Vernval then?
Because we wanted to get away from Yahoo.
Ah. So I understand, when you lived here in Krivitsk, Manus, du bist nicht gewesen in Jadl, wenn der Mama hat dort gelebt in Krivitsk.
It's wide. What are you talking about?
Nein, sie ist verfallen geworden in Schatz, meinte.
Nu in de Wälder.
In der Wälder hat gemeint.
Wegen der Hagel geboren, whatever.
What ergens in die Stiebel.
So this is a house in Krivitsk, and this is where, possibly in this block, where my mother lived after the war.
I think it was.
And it was right around over here. Which house? This house was the house, Mom?
Yeah, they had there. I don't remember, Michel. I don't.
Uh-huh. So this house where Rochke lived, and you? Rochke.
Rachel.
What was her Rachel's maiden name?
Sverdlin.
Sverdlin. And this was her house that she lived in. Oh, 1 second.
Знакомая одна хорошая была в
Да.
возрасте женщины.
Да.
Она рассказывала, там еврей жил,
Да.
говорит, такой, к нему Никита ходил служить.
Да.
Ну там всякие там вопросы там рассказывал.
Да.
Вот.
Да.
Да, конечно.
Я все я была маленькая.
Да, это очень корни хорошо знать свои интересы, это всегда, особенно в возрасте, это все.
Я забыла, как
Ой, не
говорить
надо,
по-русски.
там страшно.
She told me not.
No, take him from me.
Michel, don't insist.
I'm not.
Я забыла. Я говорила по-русски очень хорошо. Теперь
Ну
я
и ничего, разговаривайте по-русски, вас же понять можно. Вот и молодой человек по-русски понимаю.
забыла.
Ничего.
This is the,
I was on my word.
from Krivitsk,
I do remember.
and this is the cemetery that we were in Krivitsk. And in the backgrounds you could see more Matzevis that we were just saying. There are some tefillas, Uncle Mendel's father, Zusha's father, a whole graveyard that they're now cutting down the trees. And now we're walking back to the car. Now we're entering Dalhinov. Dalhinov.
He still died. He's killed, so I didn't want to name somebody.
So here we have Dalhinov, and this is where
I think the shoe.
Chana Braina was over here. My mother's mother grew up, and Manus's mom is given from Dalhinov.
Name the name.
Chiana Kuzinets. Schulman. And this is it, we're here. We're entering, and we're gonna go soon see where my great-grandmother grew up.
Dalhinov.
Dat is Dalhinov.
Wat?
Und wir gehen sehen, wo die Babes
Moest ergens gaan?
wir wollen sehen, wo sie gelebt, wo haben sie gelebt.
Wie wenn die Schule dort?
Gewoon ik ben in school. Wat was je ook al dort?
Oh, dort, ja.
Je bent in school.
Das ist die Schule? Okay, wir gehen da rein.
Nog weiter. Je bent aan nieuwe school. Die nieuwe school.
Für was nicht?
That building is given a
A video. This is the shul in Krivitsk.
Nee, Dalhinov.
In Dalhinov, sorry.
Bobby, if you didn't come out of the car, what would we have done?
And this is Dalhinov where
We would have thought this was
my
No.
my grandmother, Chai Rachel, grew up. And this is the shul that remains standing.
Not Chayavol.
Chana Braina, sorry. Oh, das ist der Reingehen. Das vielleicht mal reingehen in die Schule. Wir gehen da rein. Jetzt benutzt das für Holz, für das Stamm. Wir legen die ganze Holz da. Das ist... Yeah, Ma, come, we're going to the Schule.
We were not acting of them.
Okay? We just arrived now in Kamena. And we gate in the Wald.
Why does that Buja?
So now we're in the forest near Kamena. Is that where we are?
In Kamena.
In Kamena. This is where my grandmother was murdered.
Hannah Bryna.
My grandmother, Chana Braina, was murdered when she was running with my mother and her brother,
and
Chaim.
Akiva.
Chaim, and Akiva, and Manas's mother, Chiana. All here in this forest when they were running. They hid here in the forest near Kamena. when they ran from Seattle, which is around 60 kilometers from Seattle. Around an hour. They walked here all by foot. They hid in this forest for around 2 months until some collaborator, local commoner, anti-Semite informed on this group they were hiding here. And the Nazis came looking for them and shot them all. And this is where we are now. Oh, we should have.
Wo ist das gewesen? Auch wann ist das gewesen?
Ahin davon gehen.
Ahin?
Yeah.
I didn't take. This is the bridges that my mother used to talk about. That's Meflekt Ibergain. My mother was so afraid to go over these bridges. And here she comes now. This is how they hid in this forest. Look at the thick forests that are here. Thick forest. Here's where they hid from the Nazis over here. And here my mother's coming. And when she sees this bridge, it's going to bring back unbelievable memories. Ma, close it. Just close the umbrella because you're not going to be able to get through. And this is how you cross over. It's amazing.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna tell him the number. Okay, thank you very much.
Ich gehe rüber, weil ich...
Recording.
Ze guck auf die, wo du gehst.
Besser nicht zu gucken.
Bobby, why is Michi walking along here?
Because that's how we used to go across the street from the bridges like this. And this was one of the lower ones. We used to have high ones, and I used to be petrified doing that.
Well, Michi seems to have done it pretty well.
Yeah, but Michel didn't go on the track that we had to go very
She
fast.
wasn't running away. I'm not running away from the Nazis in
And we wasn't, and we didn't during the day. We did it at night.
Oh my gosh.
At
You're
night.
taking the video? Yes, I just wanted to reenact how my mother used to have to run away
At night.
from the Nazis at night. We're doing it during the day. Okay, that's good.
If you think I know how to stop it, I don't.
Just press the silver button.
All right.
You saw the record button, right, Baruch, when you were doing it?
No,
Ja.
again.
Gehen.
Nee, nee. Again.
The Mama will nicht gehen.
Nee, nee, ich will nicht. Siglitschik, ich will nicht.
As ich gehe.
Okay, I'll take from you, Baruch. Go on, go on.
You're gaining.
You can hold this also.
But don't press too much on the top.
He says don't press on the top.
Because it's gonna, yeah.
Wees niet on auf das. Weil sie kennt sich
Meine
überbrechen.
Hand liegt da, aber
Ja, die Hand leg und halt sich ein bisschen.
And here you could see the little river. Anyways, this river is not deep, so even if you fell in here, it's not like you're going to get...
But we went high rivers.
It's not like you're going to get wet. I mean, it's
You
not...
don't get wet? No.
You'll get wet, but I'm saying big deal. Baruch, you did a great job.
Give me my umbrella.
This is the actual path that my mother ran across, like you saw that bridge before. And this is how they hid. In the winter, in the summer, in these woods. It's amazing. And they ate these berries. They were
I
bitter.
got shaker from it.
You got
Yeah.
sick. These are the berries that you ate,
I'm
huh?
gonna eat a bunch of them then.
You need a bunch, Baruch, right? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam b'pri adama.
I used to get drunk.
They're terrible.
That's terrible.
When you're starving to death,
It was very good. I ate so much that I got a headache.
you had nothing else to eat. That's all. That's all you ate. You didn't really get a choice. You know what? This is 70 years later, Ma?
Well, it was in 40, when?
42, 43. That you hid in there.
42.
Right. So now we're going to actually dig over here on this ground. And this is the ground where my grandmother was murdered. Someplace around here. We're not sure exactly where. But this is where it is. And we're going to dig over here. So here's where we're digging. And we're going to dig from this earth. We're going to take it back to the United States. And we're going to save it. And this is going to be the dirt that my grandmother was buried on.
Es darf nicht sein weiß, sie nicht gewinnt, einmal gewinnt weiß, einmal safe nicht gewinnt weiß. Ich darf nicht haben keine Sache, ich darf nur ein bisschen.
Maybe I should dig a little deeper.
Yeah, you can dig a little bit.
Manis, los mir.
Sheikh Merayim Hamse Menucha Nechain Al Kanfi Ashchina B'Malais HaKadoshim U'Tehirim K'Zeir Akiyah Masirim Es Nishmas Chiyena Bas Yaakov Mendel Shahacha Le'Lama Bavur Shenadvu Tzedakah Badas Karas Nishmasa B'Gan Eden Temenuchasa L'Chein Balarachmi Masirei B'Seisek Anafav Le'Lamim V'Yitzer B'Tzerach Haim Es Nishmasei Adonai Hu Nachalasa Esanoach HaMishkava B'Shalom V'Neimar Amen.
Amen.
El Malirachim Sheikh Merayim Hamse Menucha Nechain Al Kanfi Ashchina B'Malais HaKadoshim U'Tehirim K'Zeir Akiyah Masirim Es Nishmas Chayim Ben Michel Shahalach Le'Lamai Bavur Shenafel Tzedakah Balas Karas Nishmasei B'Gan Eden Temenuchasei L'Chein Balarachmi Masirei B'Seisek Anafel Le'Lamim V'Yitzer B'Tzerach Haim Es Nishmasei Adonai Hu Nachalasa V'Yenoach HaMishkavei B'Shalom V'Neimar Amen.
Amen.
Akiva.
Bruder.
Akiva.
Ben
Gerson.
Gershon. El Malirachamim Sheikh Merayim Hamse Menucha Nechain Al Kanfi Ashchina B'Malais HaKadoshim U'Tehirim K'Zeir Akiyah Masirim Es Nishmas Akiva Ben Gershon Shahalach Le'Lamai Bavur Shenatvu Tzedakah Badas Karas Nishmasei B'Gan Eden Temenuchasei L'Chein Balarachmim Yasirei B'Seisek Anafav Le'Lamim V'Yitzer B'Tzerach Haim Es Nishmasei Adonai Hu Nachalasei V'Yenoach HaMishkava B'Shalom V'Neimar Amen. Noch einer?
Nein. Was ich will dir sagen wegen Gershenen, das ist sein Tate gewesen. Gershenen gewesen sein Tate, wenn wir sagen, sich so schäd, hat genommen care of mir. And he was a very special uncle, he was edel. Sein Tate gewesen sehr nedler und sehr guter. Emes?
Yeah.
Und sein Bruder heißt Gershon.
Meine Bruder.
Noch dein Tate.
Noch dein Tate ist mein Enkel Gershon. Und ist echt sehr nedler.
Sehr edel. Sein Bruder.
Nicht so wie mir.
Er ist ein Advokat. Also wie der Vetter.
Und wo ist wo lebt er?
In Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn?
Ja. Aber Gershon gewesen ein special Mensch.
No?
Is dat zo nicht a special Mensch?
Yeah.
No, he was. He took care of me all the time. After
good.
my mother died, my
Good job.
uncle took care. Gershon took care of me.
When your father was killed.
When my father was killed,
For another
my
year,
mother
he took care of you for another year.
No, what kind of year? When my mother was killed, we were 3 years already involved. What kind
Also,
of
he
year?
took care of you for 3 years.
Yeah, till he got killed. The
Himself,
West.
in 44.
Yeah,
So he was like your father for 3 years.
he was a special, very able, very nice, very quiet person. A wonderful person. And Simon is quiet and able. The Salem.
Das ist the Hinna Bay Salem. We're going to go up the mountain like Moshe Rabbeinu. And we see here roosters, the back of these barns.
Jetzt nehmen wir Stängel jetzt.
This is Dalhina path. So anyway, so now we're walking to the Bay Salem in Dalhina. You can see the beautiful countryside actually over here. It's pretty nice. And we'll see back the river when we get back up over there. But it's a pretty big cemetery. It's quite large. Here we go. It's amazing. These old homes
Salem.
right in front of you. Right here, ma.
No, there's Mercedes there.
Here's the Bay Salem. Here's the Magen David right here on the thing. A yeshiva da echet in Dalhina.
Yeshiva do nie gewinnt da.
Nein.
Nein, in Volozhin gewinnt
Wie weit ist Volozhin?
Huh?
Wie weit ist Volozhin von Dalhina?
Volozhin ist wie weit? 100 Kilometer.
Nicht so sehr weit. Ist die Kinder, was fliegen gehen in Yeshiva, fliegen gehen in Velogen.
Ja.
Aber nach dem Mohammed ist 20 Mischwachs. Jetzt lebt jeder in Dalhine?
Zijn ausgefahren von ist da kein nicht.
Kein Jeden nicht da. Ist wer nimmt Care von dem bei Selem? Ihr nehmt Care von dem?
Zijn kommen zu fahren von Israel, von Amerika und haben gemacht dem zusammen.
Aha.
Sie können zusammen nicht gewinnen, das sind gemacht ja 5 zurück, so 6.
Die zusammen, die ganze zusammen, über die ganze...
Ganze zusammen, größer zusammen.
Bobby, you know someone.
Später die Mummes 3 dort verbrennt in der
Ja.
Seine Mami gewinnt da in Dalhin. 2 gewinnen ein Bruder und
Und 2
drei,
Schwestern.
drei,
3 Schwestern.
3 Schwestern. 3 Schwestern, eine gewinnt eine Hasne gehabt und 2 sind nicht Hasne gehabt.
Eure Schwester?
Nein,
Nein,
der
meine
Mama
Mamas
Schwester.
Haben gelebt da in Dalhine.
Ja.
Ist ihm geharge da echt, heißt
Dort
das.
haben sie verbrennt dort.
Sie gemacht eine Feier und denke an mein Bobby da gewesen. Ich weiß nicht, sie in Schule, sie da.
Da ist gewesen der Schule oder nicht da?
Das möchte ich glaube
So we're getting Chalav Yisrael milk straight from the farm, from Dalhinov. It's amazing. I got it on video. This is the farm that we're at. Next to we asked this lady, and we'll pay her. I think you could pay her, how much, 10? 10, give her 10.
10 is a lot.
Also give her 5. Ask her what old this guy is.
20.
I have a 50. That's enough, anyways. You have nothing smaller?
250 actual or 20?
So I'll ask Manas for a change. Ask Manas if he has change. Ask him. He has his wallet. Oh, we can get two. This is real Chol Yisrael. I never did this in my life, but this is amazing. Filling up the bottle. It's truly Chol Yisrael. Amazing, huh? Oh, we're in Norwich.
Ah?
Das ist ein
This is a, This is the resort area here near Miadel.
Hotel.
A 3-star hotel. Sehr schön.
Hotel, 3 Sterne.
3 Sterne, ist ja ganz schön. Wie viel kostet stehen da eine Nacht?
Weiß nicht.
Ich kann fragen, du willst
Kannst du reingehen und
bleiben in Naraj?
Geh rein und frag.
Wir können fragen.
Du willst, dass ich so fragen?
Ja, frag, gib mir fragen. So Ma, tell us a little bit about these fruits.
It's enough.
Пакетик надо вам нарвать, а?
Я не маю пакета.
Я сейчас вам нарву этот пакетик. А вот еще хотите, пройдите сюда. Вот и вишня. Это тоже абрикос. Ну какой-то другой. Вот, видите, висит абрикос.
Красивый, да.
Егор, каннибал еще.
Люка, обнажару.
Вишни, было много вишень, собрали мы. Ой.
Here, Bobby.
Нарвем сейчас. Ого ей. Объясните.
Sour.
Ну она ну мелкая очень.
Well, that he told us there was only blood here. He said it was after the Muhammad that they built the roads. So you remember it as a kid. Was this store here?
We used to do something. I don't remember. I only remember what I remember.
Je bent geen stoep door.
Ja.
Ze zijn naar weggegaan, naar hin in het wald.
Voor was hat er gelaufen, weil ihr gehört schon, als die Nazis...
Zu den Partisanen, weil wir gehört haben...
Die Nazi-Schists
Wir
war...
wollen uns schießen, ja.
Das ist gewesen im September 42.
Und wenn wir noch gehabt die gelbe Lattes, das ist auch genommen.
Ja, aber genommen, weil sie sollen den nicht erkennen.
Da auch genommen, weil wir sie nicht gedacht. Haben wir ein Leben von sie, haben wir sie nicht gedacht, die Lattes zu tun.
Warte mal.
Wie lange hat er gegangen mit der gelben Lappe?
Gemeint das?
No, wisst ihr, gehen auf jenem Seite. Dort gewinnt dem See des Stub. Ja. Haben sie gelebt, wenn bis dem Wind ausgebaut in neuen Mädel, die Stub, wo wir haben gelebt. Danach ist sie, da sind die übergegangen mit Mosche zu uns zu leben. In unser Stub haben sie gelebt.
Wer ist Mosche?
Zusammen.
Mosche?
My uncle.
Ich will kommen nachher mit Mosche,
Ja.
wir gehen zu die alte Stub und bleiben da jagen.
Gemacht, nur weißen Wilhelm allemal. Ihr seht, da ist Arke, bis Wittel kennt gehen Schabes. Der Reif hat 2 Ausgangs. Und jetzt wieder Otateia. Ihr seht die Balkonen, das ist eine Suche, für eine Suche zu machen.
Aha. Ja.
Du weißt aber, was man nicht gewollt, wenn man kein Portefeuille, weil Nido ist nicht ein schöner Ort. Wenn sie so...
Wie ist das gesehen dann?
Sie haben gemeint und gelebt.
Ja, ja,
Gemeint ein bisschen und gelebt hat.
trocken.
Ja. Problem, aber
Machen
This is
wir
the
das.
hospital,
Noch ein
the Jewish
kleinerer
hospital.
Problem.
ja, but before
This is the Haif
Ja, in
center,
Yeah.
Atrium Lake. And this was all the Jewish hospital.
Ich schreibe nur mal auf eine Kartочке, will ich wissen, wer ihr seid.
Gar nicht geblieben, aber sie gewinnt Schulen da. Uns alt gewinnt Jiddisch, alt gewinnt Jiddisch. Ja.
Aber ich meine, wie...
We're now in this palace, inside the palace. You can see it. I'm going to soon go up there to the top of the palace. Trakai Palace.